The first thing that really came to my mind was hopefully it would reduce the staff turnover and improve the quality of the care and the quality of the staff that were being recruited. But my only concerns, well, one of my concerns was how time consuming that it would be, certainly to set it up, and for the extra work that we would have to put in, and the amount of contact that I would have with the staff to get them to complete the profile systems, and how they would feel about filling them in. Because obviously it takes some of their time as well. And also to change their mindset, because they're not used to doing profiles on the computer, or they're used to me just asking them questions and doing appraisals. But actually they've adjusted really well to it. They know it's something now that they do on a 3-monthly basis. They're used to the questions that are being asked, and they know it's not a difficult system to actually follow on the computer. Even though the staff that are not particularly computer literate, they do find it easy now. So initially I wasn't too sure whether it would influence the recruitment process, but as we've been using month on month, as we've been using it for interviewing and recruitment, it's clear really that it is very beneficial, and I tend to rely on it quite heavily now. So I would interview, and the people that came across well in the interview, they would then do the survey, and then depending on that result, with the backup of the DBS and the references, that would influence my recruitment process, and generally it's worked well. The only times that we've had any hiccups are if they're, well, usually the staff have left because of personal problems that we've really had no influence over. But failing that, the staff have gelled a lot better. They're more reliable. Staff do fit in well with the rest of the team, which is important, because it can have a knock-on effect if your staff don't gel. Then you've obviously got problems trying to organise your shifts. It then causes problems ensuring people are going to work well together, but that's alleviated all that. I think it will be an essential admin tool, and I think the more we use it, the more it's obvious that how important it is for the recruitment process, and that the other staff have commented as well on the better quality of new recruits, and how they're more reliable, and the caring nature long term is a lot better, because sometimes staff will come in and for the first couple of months they're trying the hardest to get on with everybody, but then sometimes they lapse into their old ways. Well, we've been finding that people are a bit more consistent, and we've not had those. So I was hoping that it would improve the quality, and I feel that it has done that. It's improved the quality of the staff, which ultimately has improved the quality of care that the residents have been given. We had a staff meeting yesterday, a residents meeting yesterday, and there were very positive comments that were coming back regarding the staff, and I think the residents are feeling as though they're more able to give opinions and comments more freely, really. Even on a day-to-day basis, not necessarily in a residents' meeting, they feel that they can trust the staff more and that they're able to speak to them more openly, you know, if they've got any concerns. Like I say, the staff weren't too sure about the surveys when they first started taking them, but they've certainly got used to the idea now, and they're expecting to have to redo them every few months, and it's not questioned. No, they're just when we ask them to for 10 minutes at a time just to do the survey, they're quite happy to do that. It's not a big issue for them. We did have teething problems initially, setting up the off duty, just trying to fit it into the existing off duty that we've been running with for a while, and we've had to make a few tweaks along the way just to make it easy to read and easy for the staff to read. And we're still working on a few things, but generally I think we've different track the back rota and off duty, and they're all designed differently, but we've managed to design this one around our existing rota, so that there weren't too many changes for the staff, anything to make it easier for them when they're just looking at the shifts that they're working. We did try an electronic off duty a while ago, but it just wasn't legible and wasn't easy to understand, whereas this one now is similar to the paperwork that we had before, so it's a lot easier for the staff to use. But also, from my part, when I'm actually doing the rota on a weekly basis, now the staff are coming in as mainly greens. It's a lot easier and a lot quicker for me to do the rota on a weekly basis, whereas before it could take 4 or 5 hours. Now it maybe just take, you know, an hour and a half to put it together, and I've got that assurance that the staff that are on the shift are safe, and that they're going to work well together, and that's one less worry, really. The regulators, well, our local authority are aware of the system that we're using, and they're very interested in how it works and the outcomes. So we are speaking to them about it, and they're quite keen to for any system really that's going to improve the safety of the home and the quality of care that's being given. So I know that, having spoken to them, they're quite interested in the results that we're getting from the staff. Churn, I would say, has reduced. As I said before, the main issues of staff leaving have been personal, rather than them not enjoying the work or having issues within the home. It tends to have been problems that we've not really had any influence over. So the churn, I would say, has reduced. We are using less agency staff, mainly because the staff that we have are happy to pick up any extra shifts, whereas before they probably come in and do the allocated shifts and not really feel as though they had any responsibility to the home, whereas now I feel as though the staff that we have are a bit more conscientious and that are quite happy to come in and cover a few extra hours if it means that there's the continuity of care for the residents. It certainly made me more confident of the people that are working, and I'm certainly getting less phone calls at home because the staff are able to deal with issues, I feel, better and are working better as a team. So it has reduced, it's taken a lot of pressure off me, I would say. We haven't had a CQC inspection since we've started this. We're probably due one in the next 12 months, I would say. But I do feel as though the evidence will be there from the rotors to show that the staff are safe and the recruitment process is safer than the process that we used before, which is, you know, something that CQC are always looking at. As regards the fees for CQE, I would say that they are reasonable for the improvements that they brought to the home. Like I say, you know, for the assurance for me that the staff are safe and the residents are safe, and giving me that reassurance, I would say that it's good value. I would recommend the system for other people to use, and I do think that people will find an improvement and the same improvement in quality that we've found. I'd be surprised if they didn't, because we were keen to try it, but we were sceptical at first as to whether it would work. But we both found that the improvements have been quite significant. I would say that the residents, as I said before, they feel more confident and more comfortable, and our residents are quite vocal anyway. But I think that's given them that assurance that they can say, if they have got any concerns, they can say it to any of the staff rather than just particular staff. They realise that everybody has this similar ethos, and ultimately they're looking after. Their idea is that they're going to give the residents the best quality care, and I think that comes across on a daily basis now. So the staff certainly seem a lot happier. And Harold's always at the end of the phone if I need any help. I'm sure he's sick to death of me ringing him. I would say that it's definitely improved our quality and the residents' happiness and the staff's happiness and my confidence in the staff that are here and the safety and the quality of the care that's being given.
Okay.
But I can't believe it. I mean, it is.
That's fantastic.
And it will make. You've probably thought, oh, it seems to be a bit easier making this rota today.
Yeah.
That's the reason, because
Wow.
it's making a massive difference to. So it we did hard to make a bad rota now.
You know, I mean, initially, wasn't it? We were, oh gosh, there was a few reds, weren't there?
It was hard. You were mucking about trying to get them safe.
Yeah.
But it's gradually got better and better. It's just.
That's fantastic.
It turned out like this because I wanted to get over 70%.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, look at this now!
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I had to tell Jim straight away, didn't I? Gave him
it was 4 in the morning.
Yeah, look at this. It's all great trends.
Yeah.
Even the morale's gone up. Look at this one. This is a bit boring now. I'm going to have to do it monthly because these are the green rotas, the year on view, and you can see how that's changed along. But I mean, you know, even that care advocacy, look, it's gone up to 83%.
That's fantastic.